Samsung watch issue here. I don't know if you guys can see that green light. That's blinking constantly, which means it's reading, health settings on you and stuff like that. But what's weird is there's nothing on the display. Can't get the display to come on. Not sure exactly what's going on here. Welcome everybody. Catch you guys as you're coming in. I was offline now, so should be no issues there. What? Welcome. You're an hour late. I just got here. We just started. So you're not late. You're not late for anything. All right. So yeah, I'm still just trying to figure out. Hey Denise, what's up? Trying to figure out what's going on with my Samsung watch here. Almost started the stream late because I started fucking with this. I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna let the battery die on it, and then hopefully it resets because it's not. There's a little hole here that I'm pushing a pin in. It's not doing anything. I don't feel anything pushing when I touch it, so I don't even know if that's what that's supposed to be. Yeah, we're not gonna play with that. What do we got to view? That's fucked up, man. I've had this watch for a few years. It's always done me right. But I'll let that battery burn out while the green light blinks. Hey, Manny. All right, what do we got? We just frickin' just had a premiere, but it was a pretty good interaction, so they probably aren't gonna fuck with it. But there's plenty of things to watch. Looks like ANCAP uploaded something. Really? Oh, for poker? Oh, no worries, Manny. So are you downloaded the app? Okay, which app did you download? Which on your phone? On your phone? Poker Star, okay. Yeah, I mean, which is it on your computer? Android. Okay, so you got the Poker Stars Lite then, right? That's what I have on mine. Here. Well, it says Poker Stars is coming up, but the icon says Lite, Lite. I don't know if it's the same or not. I think one of them is more geared toward cash. This is what it looks like when it's booting up. On Android, should look like this once it's open. Oh, it's asking me to log in. And I'll walk you through it. Eating lunch? Yeah, I got me some pistachios and some tea. And some weeds. Finally got most of my work done. Yeah, get the light. Oh yeah, 53 seconds. Yeah. So yeah, I'll log in with you once you get it in there. I'm gonna put this up.
There, about 4 feet away. Might be the FBI. I could be the FBI. I don't know. I think he's moving away. So we'll just get right back to it. You guys can't hear him. I have a
I
filter
can hear it.
on my mic, so it might be blocking
I
it
can
out.
hear the leaf blower.
But he's there. It's definitely loud in this room. All right, and so let's continue on. Now, Ilhan Omar is also wondering from Congress, where the heck is Pete Buttigieg? Because she is noticing that things are not looking so hot out there in Ohio. Here's what she posted. In response to this message, Eric Feigelding posted this on Twitter, says, new toxins are identified. We basically nuked a town with chemicals so we could get a railroad open, said Sil Cagiano, hazardous materials specialist. He said that the Norfolk Southern Company is paying just $25,000 to the town, or about $5,000 per residence, is in this clip. Now, Ilhan, who's in Congress, said East Palestine Railroad derailment will have significant negative impacts on the health and well-being of residents for decades. And there is almost zero national media attention about it. She says we need Congress and a congressional inquiry and direct action from guess who? Pete Buttigieg, to address this tragedy. All right, now Pete doesn't like this because they're supposed to be on the same team. And he says, oh, wait a minute. Now he gets agitated, but not before Ted Cruz dunks on him as well. So Ted Cruz retweets Ilhan Omar. He takes her tweet and he just says, right on top of it, he says, fully agree. Yeah. So we have unity. Joe Biden was saying there was going to be unity in America. We have it right here. So all that's a lot of fun. And now Pete, then, our friend
Well,
Pete,
not quite the unity he was looking for, though.
in only the way that Pete Buttigieg can. So Ted Cruz says, fully agree on there. And Secretary Pete, he says, glad to see newfound bipartisan agreement here. It's very, very pompous fella. He says, we could start by discussing immediate steps Congress could take to address rail safety, idiots, and to reduce constraints on the U.S. Department of Transportation in this area, meaning him. So he's blaming Congress. He says, we need more government, and we need you, Congress idiots, to do something about this. And to be extra snarky in only the way that Secretary Pete Buttigieg can, is he says, give us a call. We can do some good work, period, which is just amazing. Give us a call. We can do some good work. The criticism here, there, Secretary, is that your entity, the Department of Transportation, has been doing a pretty crap job, quite frankly. Nobody has any faith in you. Karine Jean-Pierre does, but she got asked a bunch of questions by the media. Everybody's wondering if you're on paternity leave again. You have multiple transportation failures under your belt in America, like multiple of them. And you tell these guys to give you a call, give us a call if you'd like to talk to us. It's amazing. These people are just amazing. And it's colossal arrogance. It's just so arrogant. Why don't you call us? We're already doing a great job. Everything's fine. You call us. And, these people are supposed to be public servants who are supposed to be sort of useful to society. As we have seen, he would rather
All right, what do we got here?
in weird, presidential run rehearsals rather than do anything actually substantive. The airplanes, airlines are all problematic. The trains aren't staying on the track. It's a disaster. But people are asking if this has anything to do with politics. You'll notice that Colombia.
This is NCAP Cop Watch.
You know, picking in Mexico.
Shout out to Four Corner.
Cap here. And Cap Pot Watch here. So
What's up, Midwest?
for the record.
Four Corners. Looks like NCAP redid it and put it back up with some editing.
Accident.
Yes. What's up to Four Corner? He's in here. Hurricane or tornado, but not for another emergency.
Ran up on top of the sidewalk, huh?
Yeah. They got so many custom.
There's that high center right there. It's what stops the vehicle. That little hump. How's it going?
You guys, those First Amendment auditors?
Freedom of press, yeah.
Dude, I love watching those videos.
Oh yeah,
I
thank
like
you.
what guys do.
Yeah, yeah.
He is Four Corner Auditing. He is, for the record, I'm NCAP Cop Watch.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
guys
You
did a
too.
good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
This guy higher than a kite, stolen car, crashed into our property here. It was my son's 3rd birthday, and we were having his party here.
Oh, I
And
see.
kids running
I see.
around and,
Oh,
you know, he tried to run away from us, threw rocks in my face. We just held him down to the cops.
thanks for the info. Appreciate it. You know.
Is everyone okay? I hope.
Yeah, everyone's good. He got a little banged up from trying to mess with us, but.
Thank you.
They held him down for the cops.
Sometimes you gotta protect yourself.
He's man, he's trying to get the right app downloaded here.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, me and the wife are going out to dinner tonight, but we'll probably be streaming. I'll probably be streaming afterwards. We can play some more poker. I might have to switch to Prism.
They drove down from El Paso, and they're all law enforcement, and they had just left. I was like, man, you're lucky they weren't here. Because they're TAC unit, they're SWAT, and they were all here.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you're lucky.
I'm just glad your family's all right. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everybody's a little shook up right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I was like, man, these are the First Amendment auditors. I watch them on Facebook all the time. I love it.
Yeah. I'm always watching the various SWAT calls around the city. Hey, back in October, there was 8 of them. All month long, there's 8 SWAT calls.
He gets all the SWAT calls. He's from Farmington.
Yep.
So you guys ain't from here?
I'm from here. He's from here. He's from Farmington.
Yeah.
And then I also track their bird too.
Do you guys gonna post this though?
They are sure.
Can I get something to see if you post it?
Yeah. His channel.
Is it on Facebook?
Any new news?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, all 3 of us are.
Any new news on acquiring attorneys or anything like that? Midwest.
on YouTube.
You
His
got, yeah, search it up from real quick. Search it up at the top.
Yeah, that's all we're looking for. Just accountability, transparency. You know,
No, exactly,
that's all.
exactly.
You know,
No, everything needs to be fair.
exactly.
It
Exactly.
needs to
You
be
know.
fair. I understand that.
Yeah. You know.
I talked to my dad and my family back. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you feel? And they feel the same exact way.
Yeah.
And they say, you know what?
Then there's some that there that make us look bad. You know, they're trying to get the response out of us, which I'm against. You know, I don't. That's not what I'm about. You know.
Oh, he did.
That's what stopped him, for the record. That hump right there. And he looks like he was spinning his wheels too. Look at that.
Oh man, jeez.
Crazy. He was aiming going right for that house.
It doesn't look like he broke the window or anything to get in. I think he maybe just opened the. That's crazy, man.
Cool. Looks like we got enough maybe for one more roll up later. Before we break into the new.
They were having a dinner or something. Family get together, yeah.
All right.
Mainly we watch them because the badges love violent people.
I think, but to me, I think there's a little bit of difference when
Gaming.
you're on, you're going somebody's property compared to, public lot, commercial lot. Sometimes, from somebody's perspective.
True. That's why we always film from the sidewalk.
Yeah,
The parking line is usually on the inside of the sidewalk.
but then you guys did one.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
So I'm not saying.
Yeah.
This is my mom's house. I'm just
Yes,
trying
sir.
to say.
We like the same thing as somebody likes the house. Oh look, it's cool.
All right, Manny. Hey, George. Welcome. Thanks for the thumbs up, buddy.
Yeah, no, I
This is NCAP Cop Watch with For the Record and Four Corner Auditing.
they've been great. She showed up. They were great.
Yeah.
Good experience.
Glad to hear that. I'm glad to make it positive for you guys.
Yeah, that's what we want to catch. That they're doing good. Catching the bad guys instead of catching good guys that are.
Well, yeah, and I'm almost worried. It's like you don't know what could happen. Like they're coming in, not even knowing the situation. How do they react? It's, I guess up to their training.
They're
True,
discretion.
sir. Very true.
Some salty stachios.
But it shouldn't be about police safety. It should be about public safety. That's the main concern. Is public safety. And they always want to say, "Oh, it's police safety." You want police safety.
This is the family that's out here. That's their property here. Because
Something like revolving or there's
when we put his house, luckily it's at that hump there. I centered it where it stopped, and
Salty nuts. They are salty nuts.
we tried
Salty
to get out. So you can see the
stachios. Wife knows what to get me for Valentine's Day.
protect your own. Protect
Bingo.
your
Yes.
families.
Exactly. That's community.
We got to find something else here. Well, looks like the quartering's already got some videos, or at least one for today. He's on vacation, so we won't have as many of his.
And then you just probably get somebody else.
Yeah.
You bring a laptop with him?
Yeah.
Looks like he's already got some sun. I'm not sure if I want to watch any Russell Brand. He had Tim Pool on today. Raw cashews. Mm. Oh yeah, pretty cold here.
Looks like everybody's all right.
It was nice and warm yesterday during the day, and it snowed last night.
Gonna take in the ambulance.
And it's sticking. So what is it right now? Yeah, it's 25 degrees now. I like the salt and peppered pistachios. This was such a that crashed the red car. Oh, he's in there. Yeah, he's got a neck brace on.
Are you like?
No, no. Yours?
Nah.
No. So this is the person that stole the car, huh?
Yes.
Well, hopefully that warmer weather's coming this way, Midwest.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in the 20s now. It's just going to get colder tonight.
Yeah.
So he's 25.
And of course, I could dress for it, but oof.
Guys, good job. You're spotting.
There it goes. Watch reset finally.
My phone signal poor here bad. I tried going live earlier.
That's weird.
Wouldn't do it. I gotta.
Yeah, it's 25 degrees right now. High of 28 today.
I thought I would have no problem here now. Quickly going live, but it's not one to work.
Why did Nick try and call me here?
Montgomery again. We're back to circle that area.
Yeah.
All right. I think somebody just called me from work.
Irresponsible piece of shit.
Oof.
As long as you don't get his name, as long as you don't get his name and all that, because he's out in public, that's fine. That's how HIPAA works. Because he's out in public view.
Yeah.
It's fine. You just cannot ask for his name and all that.
I think you could ask. He just doesn't have to ask.
So, I mean, we as a general public, they can because it's their information. We as public cannot.
Oh, we can. But it doesn't mean he can answer or has to answer.
That's literally how HIPAA works.
Apparently, is a stolen
Yeah, the red one on the other side of the park.
Milwaukee.
That's what they're telling me.
Yeah, it went from raining when I got to the factory job last night. It was snowing by the time I left. 2 hours later.
Yeah, he's in custody. He's gonna get arrested.
Wow. Was it a car from around here, or was it?
I have no idea.
Ooh, 8 inches now. We got about an inch. 1 inch. It's still snowing though.
Not this area.
Oh, you're just around. Yeah.
We just got here about 15
I
minutes.
can't open those blinds or it's blinding behind me.
Yeah.
You guys are all right though. You guys didn't see it or
No.
hear it or what?
No.
Oh no.
We saw the lights. We're like, ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I wonder if the scanner's working now. Hasn't been working in this area for a while. If I hear something around here, I'll go running out to it. Nope, offline. Weird. It's like that almost every Friday night when people would be listening.
I mean, his high probably wore off. So
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Just like that gentleman. Yeah.
if his high wore off, he's in a
Yeah. FriYay, what up?
How'd you guys got it good? We found it good for you guys. Another guy that showed up. So we got 3 cop units here. We got Bravo.
Yeah, Manny gets all the lake effect snow.
3, 5,
He's being a little bitch.
Bravo 3, 5, and Bravo 2, 7.
When I went to Ferris State, we used to get all that all the time. I was a bulldog for a year. Did more partying than schooling, though. How much time left on this? A couple minutes.
I'm glad you didn't. Yeah. There's a hill, man. There's a big hill under the car. I think that's what stopped it. Looking over here, the car didn't hit the tree.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like
What up?
It does.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
We got high centered, yeah. There was a third heel right there.
Maybe driving a bit fast. They're coming in from this way, and
something like that. I wonder if that's somebody's car from around here.
that's a very good question. I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
We got 3 units on scene.
After.
Whiskey 104, Bravo 35, and Bravo 27. That's a very good question. There's no tire marks on the sidewalk.
He didn't
It's a very
break.
good observation.
He didn't break.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I think one of these guys is gonna follow the ambulance to the hospital because he's going to jail after he gets treated.
All right, everybody. I'm out.
Jeremy here from the courting. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I just had a 50-minute massage with a CBD oil rub. I'm not exactly sure if I got taken or if it's going to do anything, but I wanted to bring you some also very relaxing news about international newsreader Don Lemon. Yesterday, he referred to a woman as, quote, past her prime, and it has absolutely just fantastically exploded in his face. He makes an apology tweet after everybody at his office has raged over the idea. The reference to a woman's prime this morning was inartful and irrelevant, as colleagues and loved ones have pointed out, and I regret it. A woman's age doesn't define her, either personally or professionally. I have countless women in my life who prove that every day. What is going on with the men at CNN? They're either into kids or they you had Cuomo. We'll talk about Cuomo in a second. International newsreader Don Lemon either getting was it him who got hammered on the New Year's Eve party and was like, I mean, what's so hilarious is the comments below. Here's Kareem Abdul Jabbar. Don, I know your heart's in the right place. I think you were referencing women being in their prime during their reproductive years. Women are always in their prime because, in my opinion, they get stronger and more courageous and more beautiful as they get older. And then he got absolutely ratioed because this replies area is a gold mine. You see a lot of people, they finna drag you. I mean, like, please, uh, all these comments, like, his heart was trying to disparage a 51-year-old woman, suggesting that she has less value because she isn't 20. Come on now. Imagine being Kareem Abdul Jabbar and actually thinking Don Lemon deserves your attention, and even worse, trying to make an excuse for the dude. I mean, quit it. Hanging a shingle for Don Lemon. Now you think the same. Jeannie Buss is 61, and I'm sure she still rocks. That's the owner of the Lakers, or was the owner of the Lakers at that point. I mean, everybody who's trying to get involved in this. First of all, I'm not offended by the comment. I couldn't care less about the comment, but this is one of the best. Uh, the things that happen for in my opinion, when these audiences, when these people kind of take their own have their own turn against them. Like these are the people that they've been courting. So of course, like lol, did you Google this response? To every reply is completely ratioing him. That's from Janice Dean. Then you have Alicia saying, this morning I said that a female presidential candidate was not in her prime. It was wrong. I apologize to Nikki Haley and any other woman who was rightly offended. There, I fixed it for you. It's like he's not apologizing, he's just making excuses for it. Bridget Gabriel, oh, Don, you weren't even drunk for this one. Okay, so he was the guy. Why aren't you apologizing to Nikki Haley? Maybe you should just give up this attempt to be a media personality and engage with Jeffrey Tubin. Oh yeah, another CNN guy, the wanker guy, in Zoom circle jerks. They have absolutely a simple, heartfelt, I'm terribly sorry, would do profoundly more than this artful dodge. I mean, everybody in these comments are absolutely destroying international newsreader Don Lemon. And it's so weird because obviously he meant what he said. Okay. Everybody knows he meant what he said. So then Don Lemon, now absent from CNN this morning after terrible Nikki Haley rant, enraged Poppy Harlow. You know what's funny? I thought I never knew Poppy Harlow was real. I thought PewDiePie saying Poppy Gloria was like making fun of somebody, but I'd never heard of Poppy Harlow before. You see, Friday morning's awkward broadcast started with a short clip featuring Harlow, who is on location in Salt Lake City, where she's covering the All Star NBA All Star game with Shaq and Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley. The camera then panned to co host Caitlin Collins, who was seated next to Audie Cornish, the former National Public Radio journalist who was sitting in for the 56-year-old Don Lemon. Don has the day off, Collins said at the top of the broadcast, failing to elaborate on Lemon's absence, but much less mentioning Tuesday's disastrous blowup as she introduced Cornish. Poppy, as you can
Sorry,
see,
I was
was
on the
in
phone.
Utah for the All Star
I
game.
had to
We'll get to
disable
that and
somebody's
much
email
more in a
account.
moment. I mean, it's just absolutely hilarious. Meanwhile, Don Lemon gave a bizarre, rambling apology to coworkers and earned a scathing rebuke from his boss Friday over the diatribe. Quote, "The people I am closest to in the organization are women."
I agree. It's heading that way. Where you? Oh, you were getting. Yeah, you're probably getting the desktop audio, but my mic was muted. Hey, dearie dog.
Insisted, according to a transcript of his apology obtained by the Post. "The people I seek to counsel first in this organization are women. The person I'm closest to is my mother, a woman." And you're still set.
All right, I'm seeing a unstable connection, so let me turn off this VPN because I'm connected directly to the router here on the laptop, not wireless or anything. The VPN is slowing us down, so we're gonna quit it, and it may blink out for a second. And we're back. And we're back. No better. Right.
So I don't even understand how this would get you.
Yeah, spring. Yep. It was raining yesterday. I was like, oh, this rain actually feels kind of warm. And then I got out of the factory job there that I got to hang out at for a few hours, and it was snowing when I got outside, and it snowed all night.
Out of it. Lemon's rant on Thursday has ratcheted up the pressure on CNN boss Chris Light to fire the former primetime star. Now, this is international newsreader Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo. They got Tubin. I mean, they have several producers who were fired for engaging in the kids around the playground material. Of course, Lemon on Thursday posted a tweet that referenced it after getting absolutely demolished too. I mean, it is so hilarious. You see, Harlow furiously walked off set after Lemon's comments about Haley.
Let me
The
see.
incident took place just weeks after Collins was left visibly upset when Lemon chewed her out in front of other staffers. I mean, politicians over. I mean, the idea that here, a well-placed source told the Post that tensions among Collins, and Harlow have been smoldering for months. Lemon's latest blowup could be the final straw that compels CNN to finally fire him.
There we go.
Now, I would say that international news reader Don Lemon is probably, they're just looking for a reason to fire him because CNN is hemorrhaging money and they don't exactly they can just replace him with anybody else to just read.
2 terabyte. That's a M.2 is what they're putting in them now. It's SSD, but it's M.2. It's doesn't weigh nothing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see. Is this the one that you were showing? Yeah, this is the one you were showing NCAP yesterday. Yeah, let me show it. Boom. Load up. There we go. That's nice. I likes it. $3070, 8 gigs. All right, bad. For a laptop, that's pretty good. 2 terabyte. That's nice. RGB backlit. Wi-Fi 6. What kind of connections does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 USBs. A network. Looks like 2 C connections. HDMI. Nice. Nice.
Kind of your mainstream, you know, DNC approved news. So why not get rid of him and have somebody who can do it for 500K a year instead of someone who you're paying 25 million a year? I mean,
Thunderbolt.
this on top of another insane story from just 2 days ago, where Chris Cuomo essentially admitted, or I mean, well, at least spoke about, uh, uh, going postal
Porn
on
viruses.
CNN staffers. This is a guy who's a multi millionaire whose brother is a total piece of garbage and also super duper rich. Of course, this is all after Chris Cuomo, just from a day ago, admitted that he was essentially going to go postal on himself and the entire staff at CNN after getting fired. This also after Joe Rogan completely destroyed Brian Stelter, calling him a, a prostitute. Chris Cuomo was so distraught after being fired by CNN that he was going to end everybody and himself. This is a guy who's worth $100 million. Okay. Are you kidding me? The former Cuomo primetime host was fired by the struggling news outfit in late 2021 after it learned he was helping his brother, also a criminal creep, um, and then Governor Andrew Cuomo to fight uh, allegations of being a creep. And like Cuomo was unceremoniously dumped by his longtime patron and friend, then CNN boss Jeff Zucker, months after Cuomo's ouster. Zucker stepped down after it was
Dude, you can't beat that price for what that is. For that thing's capabilities. You can't beat that price. 64 gigs of RAM. i7 Intel. No. It's good. It's a good machine. I wish the screen was a little bit bigger, but yeah, definitely good. But it has the display ports too, so you'll be able to hook it up to a bigger monitor too if you want. That's what I got. That's how I have it set up in here.
he was involved in a years-long consensual hookup with his top marketing officer. Again, what is going on at CNN? Cuomo told the Mooch that he made a lot of mistakes and revealed that he sought therapy after he was fired. There is damage that is relatable. There is damage that is unrelatable to people that I have to deal with and that I am working on. Well, his October debut drew just 147,000 viewers, a pittance compared to the roughly 1 million he averaged on CNN. This is where he's over on News Nation. Now,
News Nation.
147,000 viewers is less viewers than Tim Pool gets on an average video. It's less viewers than I get on an above average video. And I'm filming this from a shoebox. All right. Now it's a Friday afternoon. This video probably won't do that good, but you get the point. Like, the point is, the fire was good. Nobody followed Chris Cuomo to his new job. This is your average CNN viewer, writer. You just sit there and consume the news, and that's what CNN does. They just regurgitate what people already want to hear. They keep their viewers afraid. This is Chris Cuomo. I mean, what is going on at CNN? It seems like it needs to be completely rebooted from the bottom back up to the top. And I'm 100% here for it.
It's funny too because the guy that cuts my hair keeps trying to talk me into dyeing it to my next my hair color. I'm like, dude, everybody knows me with the white beard. Yeah, I know I'm only 51, but it's the way it grew. I mean, it wasn't always this white. I mean, Lily was salt and pepper when it was nice and short. There's not a whole lot of pepper left in it.
Because CNN serves absolutely no journalistic purpose whatsoever, and this nation
Yeah,
would
fuck
be
the young
better
turds.
if it didn't exist. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Click end. Look at him. Be nice to be on vacation though. This is the J Town Press from an hour ago. They uploaded this.
Now, Rogue, what'd you say you what happened last time?
Ooh, Rogue Nation one.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm. Uh, we'll find out for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. What's up, everybody? We're here in Indian River Health Department, and it's kind of a complex. There's 3 buildings.
Orange juice country, Indian
Hey,
River.
everybody, welcome on in. Make sure you smash that like button. We got yeah. Drop a comment. That's exactly right. What's up, everybody? So Rogue had some issues last time he was in here. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure the feed's good. So you look good, honey. Thanks. Yeah. Hit me a thumbs up. What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome on in. So we got the whole crew with us today. He's a hero today. You're not the boss. You're the hero. Hit a 1 if everybody can hear me. If the signal's good, make sure everybody can hear me. What's up? What's up? Start reading through some of the comments. Michael, Skip, what's up? Big, John, Yazel, Joseph, Ollie, John, JC News, Heather. What's up?
You pull your gray hairs, Midwest.
Everybody?
Haven't you ever heard if you pull a gray hair, 2 grow back?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Just want to make sure sometimes these buildings get a little.
I must have pulled a lot of them.
The signal's not that good, so.
No, it looks bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
We're going here in the offices here. Wait for some people to get in here. That is pretty cool, huh? Dr. Donna. Let's see.
Name yourself after genocidal psychos.
Let's see. Oh,
who's the J Town? J Town is, I believe, is Jacksonville.
I recognize
They call
some
J
of them.
Town, not
Obviously, the closer we
Jonestown.
get down here, we recognize. So, what's your channel? What's your channel name again?
Full Platinum.
Okay. For Officer Safety. And what was his channel? Brand Example News. Say hi to Joe Biden.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For Officer Safety, Jay. Thank you. Yeah. I know first names, but I forgot channel names.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got several of them over here. There's somebody said to say hello to old Joe. There's Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe, take good care of you.
Yeah, for sure. I have to agree with that then.
Heather's throwing in your y'all's channel. Public Works. So hello to the Donald Trump. Uncle Joe, Uncle Donald, everybody. No cash. Oh, FEMA. They say your own work principle, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. No, just take a few pictures. Thank you. Like the camera. She ran back. Huh? Painting. That's the only painting I see on the wall. All right, everybody. How's now? Too much buffering. Sorry. I'm in the hospital. But just to let everybody know, I will cam footage a little bit later when I can. Ask them for their Wi-Fi password. They actually have a Wi-Fi. It's actually called auditors. That's actually what their Wi-Fi. Like when you pull up their Wi-Fi, it actually says auditors. Yeah. No, it requires a password, but it says auditors. Oh my gosh, is he recording without consent? Oh my gosh. It's a two-party state. I need consent. Yeah.
We're coming to get your ID, buddy.
Yep. I want both the I and the D. Like Jeff always says, I want both of them. I'm gonna go up the stairs. So hopefully I won't lose the feed. Yeah. So. All right, everybody. Can everybody still hear? Put a 1 if the feed's still good. So it's a big building. What's up, Lenny? Michael? Employees are hiding. We've actually already seen them. Thank you, baby. We've already seen a couple of them run away. Anything? I'm not sure if my feed will be good enough. Is it?
Yeah, she's pretty close.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. I'm afraid if I go too far, I'm going to lose you guys. I'm going to lose the feed. He said that she was pleasant, so.
Later, Midwest. Thanks for coming by, bud. Hey, if you want to play some poker later, let us know. If you don't go cop watching.
Clerk of court. One just cell service just stinks. Oh. Yeah, it's the cell. I'm getting to one. It seems like as soon as I go into one of these offices is where I have issues with the feed. I'm gonna stay out here because I lose the feed every time I go in there. So, but we actually just went to.
So, here to talk about threats. I woke up first thing this morning to threats. Threats specifically were the private information being leaked out was going to go two ways. I don't know what information they think that they've got to leak on me, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, it's not a joking matter. Apparently, it's a family affair in the Jones family for making false threats of domestic terrorism just in order to get yourself out of some trouble. And sadly, yeah, anybody can look this up. You can look up for the Battle Creek Inquirer newspaper, July 26th. Year 2000, you read the articles about how she was somehow able to get her son, basically no trouble at all for having called in, a false report of domestic terrorism, of a bomb threat to a school. And, what kind of traumatizing did that do? What kind of damage did that cause? But you can read if you look on the newspaper report, you can read where the conclusion of the matter, where he just gets to go right back to school, no charges ever being filed or anything. Says, quote from Joni Jones, "My husband and I are pleased with the very hard work the school board did on this case." I'm sure they were very, very pleased with, being able to use their insider connections to let their their son get away with something that would have, been nearly life ruining for anyone, one of the cousins. But what's scary is, kind of got to feel bad for the guy because it's clearly something that was, taught in the family there. That was Joni's immediate go-to as well. As soon as she was starting to be called into accountability for crooked politics, all of a sudden there was false reports of, domestic terrorism threats. She was called out on it, never produced any evidence, but here's where she was more clever than the son, though, and I guess maybe he can pay attention for the next time, he's going to get away with a felony. He can pay attention to how his mom got away with it. What she was smart enough to do was to pick a peasant to pin it on. Just one second. And see, that's the clincher in her case there. She picked the peasant to pin this on. So she was able to say it was this man, Just Shots. He was the one that was, causing the threat that I had to report. Get on his case. He's causing trouble. He's a trouble causer. And see, that would have been the clincher for the boy there. If he would have instead of just calling in the bomb threat on his own, if he would have just picked out one of the peasant kids at school, we'll just say, we'll pretend that Just Shots went to school with him there, and if he was just call him instead report and say, Just Shots said he was going to blow up the school. Well, then there you go. He would have never had to confess to anything. He would have never even had mom and dad get him out of all the trouble. He would have been all set because he would have picked somebody to a scapegoat to get all the negative attention on. That was the success that his mother, jackbooted Joni Jones, has had, is just being able to say, "Oh, that man scared me. I had to make the false reports." Yeah, there's still not ever one even allegation been made of any kind of inappropriate action or word or tone or anything that I had ever done, except for legally exercising my right to open carry at the public meeting. But once again, being both a political critic, being critical of the local government and their corruption, and exercising rights like freedom of speech and also Second Amendment rights, those things all in combination were able to get me, red flag or black flag or whatever it is, or, labeled a threat. I still right now am under retaliatory charges and don't have my concealed pistols license has been revoked. This is the way the crooked government works. They're able to weaponize and just put it right against somebody. So it's not surprising. The cops, the dirty cops from Battle Creek that were crying, crocodile tears for the judge. He just kept recording us every time we were there. He just kept recording us. Yeah. Those same dirty cops that came in number to come testify against me in court and lost, by the way, they're ruled against. Crocodile tears didn't fool the judge, dirty cops. But yeah, they came crying about how violated it was for them to be recorded while they were refusing to enforce the law, refusing to respect the state or federal constitution, refusing to even enforce the local court and judge's order.
Please don't take me.
Take you where?
No, please don't tape me.
Take you?
No, videotape me.
Oh, I'm already videotaping you. Yeah. I'm not. There's no tape in here. I'm just filming you.
Are you in Milford?
No, I don't live in Milford. No. Not anywhere near here.
Oh, what are you doing in this neck of the woods?
Today taking some pictures
And visiting for
for her.
and me.
For what?
For me. And her too.
Yeah.
Well, it's really for both of us.
And the people.
Yeah, and the people.
What people?
The people I'm gonna show the video to.
But I'm a little confused why, if you don't live in Milford,
Yeah.
I'm a little confused why you videotaping. And you're asking for permission.
Oh, so I should, if I'm gonna film in Milford, I should live here and then get some permission.
Well, I would think if you're gonna film.
What's going on, guys? We're at the Milford Town Hall in Milford, Massachusetts, doing a First Amendment audit. I'm gonna take a look, see how they do. I have not done this place before. Let's check it out. We got Banana Anna with us in Massachusetts. Oh man. Yeah. It's big. Oh, that's what she said. I'm just taking a look around. Thank you. Hi. You don't have to get up. I'm good. I'm sorry? Yeah, just like the office and the stuff inside.
All right, then I'm going to get out of the.
You look great. You look great.
Oh, you look great on
You
the
look great. Very nice office.
You having a good day? Good. Yeah. How was your dog? Yeah.
What we got going on here? How we doing? You guys having a good day? Have a good Valentine's Day? I can't hear you.
Are you recording us?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Did we win something?
You could win best smile in Milford just for today.
Did we win pizza? Because that's what we really want.
Don't we all? I'm down for some pizza. If you guys, how about this? If you guys have the best smile in the building today, then when I leave, I'll send a pizza here.
She's covering her smile.
Don't cover your smile.
Well, I'm eating salad. I probably have lettuce.
So I've seen them on YouTube, so I know what they do. They just recorded it.
You've seen us on YouTube.
Yeah, just be friendly to them.
Yeah, we're nice.
Yeah, they might ask you a question or two, what you guys do.
Okay.
You guys did great.
So you guys must have really good pizza out here, though, because you got a whole like park dedicated to calzone.
Yeah, you got Calzone Park. I almost went there to get a slice.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's good.
That's a fat kid's dream.
Yeah.
No,
It's my dream for sure.
Calzone pie.
Have you not heard that one before?
No.
What?
First time.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. You're very nice here.
Yeah. He's seen you on YouTube.
You might have seen someone on YouTube. I don't know if it was me. A lot of people seen me on YouTube. It's wonderful. Today,
Chad just died. Anybody still there?
Oh, you're good. You don't even have to get up. We're just taking a peek at your lovely office. It's very decorated.
Look
I
at
love
the
it.
beautiful flowers they've got going on. Somebody must love you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, look at all the flowers in there. Wow,
Your
Danielle, you got flowers for days. I like it.
It's true. You're loved more at work than at home.
I love it.
That's nice. That's sweet.
Enjoy your flowers. What we got going on over here?
Chopper, chopper.
Where you going?
Man, I tell you to come down
Hey,
here.
Just taking a look around. Appreciate it. You the town administrator?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, you're IT.
I'm IT.
IT.
Yeah. I'm just IT. Yeah.
Not just IT. IT keeps the place going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
You're a tall guy.
But please don't tape me.
Take you where?
No, please don't tape me.
Take you?
No, videotape me.
Oh, I'm already videotaping you. Yeah. Oh no, there's no tape in here. I'm just filming you.
But why?
Because I need to keep the pictures for later and the videos for later. Yeah. Well, for me
Okay.
And me.
and her
And him.
and us
For us.
and and people too. I'm gonna send it some people. I just like to.
I just rolled one up.
And you're a very nice guy. You're good on camera, good
That's a great
stance, good color
Yeah,
on
it's,
you.
got the matching shoes.
As I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
matching
like you rock,
shoes.
For sure.
What's your name?
MS Awareness.
Very nice to meet you, Chris. Very nice to meet you.
See, they like to wear the colors that pop around.
Yeah,
here,
see, you
too.
guys are very colorful, very
Everything
colorful
matches around here.
city.
See, and I'm wearing like.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
See,
See, I
I'm
don't
wearing
match,
like a
I'm just
stealthy
like-
color. You know, I can blend in with the walls.
Oh no, you got the whole thing going on. Pants match the jacket.
Kinda. I mean, well, you know, I'm getting old.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you have a good day, man. We're
You
just
too.
gonna just take a peek in.
Is it like for project or just?
Yeah. I'm doing like I guess you can call it a documentary. It's kind of like a daily video log. I like to record my journeys and take people along with me.
Okay.
And today we were driving by and I said, "This is a really nice big town hall. Maybe we'll take a peek inside."
And we thought there was going to be calzones in here.
You know, we passed Calzone Park.
Oh, no, yeah. I asked that question when I first started here 3 years ago.
Okay, so
Mhm.
because like the
No calzones.
I said, you know, we thought we'd get some famous pizza. That makes sense.
I don't know if in computers.
Thank you. Yeah, she could. That's I figured. Yeah, that door's locked. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. She might be at lunch. Oh, I like the calzones. I want calzones. Yes, yeah, I got you guys. Hello. You're in this office too?
This is my office, yeah.
You're such a busy guy.
I'm the treasurer, so I was over there trying to get some.
Is that you, Christopher? I used to be a police officer.
I was a special, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Very nice. Thank you. Hi. How are you today?
How are you?
Good. You having a great day?
I am. Thank you.
Where's your Valentine's Day flowers? No one brought any? They're hogging them all in the other office?
That's it.
Oh, I see what they're up to.
No love.
I know. I see what they're up to.
They
I
could
don't
have
like
taken
it.
a flower from their bouquet, though.
Yeah, they could have given you one.
That's what I would have done.
Now they're not getting any pizza.
Yeah. No pizza.
And I'm a man of my word. I'm sending pizza. No, I'm gonna send pizza. But it might I might not be to them down there because they got all the flowers.
Jesus, here come the emails.
Oh, cool. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You guys are the accounting department, huh?
Yes, we
This
are.
is the busy department, making all the money happen. I was wondering if you could help me maybe make some money disappear. I'm just kidding. I would never have enough money to disappear. I just always wanted to sound important. I'm just kidding.
Well, he doesn't have any flowers either.
Yeah, no one gave you flowers either, man.
Flowers for what?
Valentine's Day.
Oh no.
Real men get flowers.
Yeah.
We didn't get any flowers.
See, the girls are
There's
showing off up
there's
front.
3 men in this office and there's no flowers.
See, they should have brought you one flower.
Yeah.
You know, like men don't need a whole bouquet, but like a nice little flower. It
Like a
smells good for men,
corsage,
too.
like at the prom or something.
I mean,
have a
I
great
gave him
day.
a whole bouquet. You
No,
know,
she
it's
didn't. She's-
2023.
She's a liar. She spins more tales than Dr. Seuss.
Oh my God.
She's got stories. Have a good day.
I know I'm a little liar. I didn't get you a bouquet, but I could have because it is 2023. Very progressive.
I'm just doing a good day check, Kara. You having a good day?
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best day, 1 being stuck at the RMV with no snacks.
8.
8. That's a pretty good day. And we're going on to Friday, which is closer to the weekend, which gives you another half a point, 8.5.
And it smells refreshing.
And she's got a nice healthy snack.
See, I could tell. You could tell. Spring blossom.
There's a lot of woosah. I like it.
A lot of woosah.
Well, you have a great day. We just wanted to complete our good day check. If you dip below an 8, Kara.
Which one? Because I'm planning on recording my next at my next appointment. The one in, or the satellite one in Toledo. I think my next appointment's coming up in a couple weeks. Having a compensation review.
We are going to be forced to return.
That's fine.
Okay.
I am emotionally stable.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, and I love your sign.
Yeah.
Be brave.
Thank you.
Reach.
Yeah, I have to take down that.
We were just listening to Sarah Bareilles before we came in here. The
Yeah.
song Brave.
Brave.
Say-
We were. Yeah. Say what you want to say. Let
The words fall out. Honestly,
I want to see you be brave.
I'm trying.
We need,
Have a great day.
the joy.
We
Yeah.
do.
And we bring the joy. Well, we try to. Not all the time. A lot of people say we don't bring the joy, especially in city halls. They're like, oh no.
Yeah, he walks down the halls and he goes, happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
No, I don't sing that. Okay. Have a great day, Kara. I'm going. Oh no. What town do you not like? I'll go there and start it. I'll even pause it so they can't catch you. We'll go to Portsmouth. All right.
Really fun.
Okay, we'll go. Thank you very much. I didn't want them to hear. I wanted to go to the next office, but
They didn't.
the rent. I went to the one that they were talking about, and I'm pretty sure they passed.
But they didn't hear me. 'Cause
No.
You guys didn't hear the location. She said.
They got a location.
No.
Then we got to go downstairs. There's no upstairs, right? Is there an upstairs? No.
No, it's just downstairs.
Oh, a dog down here. I'm scared. I'm scared. I
Uh-oh.
love the veterans office. Hi, Janet. How are you today? Do we have a veteran working in here today?
Hi, how are you?
Do we have a veteran working in here today?
No.
I was going to thank him or her for their service.
What can I help you with?
Oh, no, we just came in to take a look around. It's a veterans office. Usually the affairs office has a veteran working in it. So we're just going to come say hi and thank them for their service.
What's with the cameras?
I'm sorry?
What are you guys doing with the cameras?
What they fought for. Yeah.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're just taking a look around.
Are you live in
Appreciate
Milford?
it. No, I don't live in Milford. No. Not anywhere near here.
Oh, what are you doing in this neck of the woods?
Today taking some pictures
And visiting
For
for her,
cousins and me.
For
and
what?
them.
for me, and her too.
Yeah.
Well, it's really for both of us.
And the people.
Yeah, and the people.
what?
The people I'm gonna show the video to.
But I'm a little confused why, if you don't live in Milford,
Yeah.
I'm a little confused why you videotaping. And
Oh.
you're asking for permission.
Oh, so I should, if I'm gonna film in Milford, I should live here and then get some permission.
Well, I would think if you're going to film somebody, you don't come in with a camera. You ask them.
Well, do you know what's great about this office?
What?
Is that this represents the veterans, right? And of course, we love our veterans, and you know what they pay that sacrifice for and they fight for is our First Amendment right.
Correct.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
First Amendment, freedom of the press,
Correct.
which is what we're doing. So the most, for all intents and purposes, the most free office where someone should be able to engage in their constitution protected activities is the office where they offer
I'm
veteran
not
support.
questioning your constitutional rights. I'm questioning your politeness of coming in with cameras and not identifying yourself.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have to identify myself, and
correct, you don't
it's
have
not an issue of politeness. And everyone else here seemed to think that we were very, very polite. Like we're really nice.
Yeah, Chris upstairs.
Yeah, everyone likes us.
Thought it was great what we were doing.
quite a
But I don't
bit.
know who you are and what you're doing.
Well, that's the thing. You don't need to really know who we are,
Oh,
who
I
we're
do,
doing.
really, because I do.
What do you need to know?
Because I have a lot of private information.
Am I filming your private
I don't know.
information?
I'm not.
I don't
reaching
know.
over your
I
desk.
don't know who you are.
And you know what? It's probably going to stay that way, Jen.
Okay, that's great.
I'm not reaching over your desk. And,
Janet, I'm sorry, I
No.
said Joan.
No. And honestly,
Is there anything you need help with?
if you want privacy, you should create it. So if there's something on your desk that you don't want.
Wait,
seen by
is
your
that
friends-
John, the guy we met upstairs? He's the veteran service officer too, the guy from
There
upstairs.
might be a different
What
John.
guy upstairs?
Oh, okay. I was just gonna...
No, John's not here today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, was he in the military? Did you say in the military? Well, we thank him for
Every
his
veterans
service.
agent has to be a veteran.
Yeah.
In every city and town, the veterans agent has to be a veteran.
We thank him for his service.
Yes,
You know,
thank you.
just so you know, like it's not impolite to not tell you why I'm filming or to not answer questions. It's just being secure in my Fourth Amendment. You know, right to be secure in your person, your papers, and your facts. And my Fifth Amendment to not answer any questions, to remain silent. You know, these are all wonderful amendments that
They sure are.
that
That's
you know
that's what these
brave
people-
folks
that's what
like
people
John
are
exact for. You know,
Correct.
and just if we give up a little bit of it, we take away a little bit of his sacrifice. We don't want to do that to John, so we just want to make sure we stick to our constitutional rights.
And it's not even just that we're recording someone. We're in here and we're recording everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every office, just you know, of course we support the country. You know. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You have a
Take
good day,
care.
Janet.
Have a good day.
You too. I love this office.
Thank John for his service. Yeah, I always, and that's why I went in that office. I always see in the veterans office they get a little confused as to what you can and can't do. Oh, I see. Oh, sure.
There's a memorial down here somewhere.
Oh, that door's locked. We'll go. I don't know the memorial. Oh, it's in here. It doesn't say. Oh, it's maintenance. I'm pretty sure you can't go in maintenance.
Pretty sure maintenance is not the memorial spot.
How you doing? How we doing? Oh, we're just taking a look around. Thank you very much.
I'm the town administrator.
Oh, very nice. We were just in the veterans office. Everyone's been in your city hall's been phenomenal. I was kind of like a little jarred that the only office they thought we weren't allowed to film in was the veterans office. But you know, we were just we popped into. Well, it's not really okay. We just popped in to thank him for his service, but he's not.
You guys affiliated with anybody or?
I'm affiliated with her. Yeah.
And him.
Oh,
She's
no, I meant
affiliated
an
with me.
organization. That's
Yeah,
I'm organized with them.
the big one. The big one.
Big one.
The
Okay.
big organization.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
I think we're organized with each other.
The big one, that big organization.
Holy smokes.
Can she?
Yeah, she can really type.
Okay, I gotta get that. Oh, I was trying to get the type in.
You are an excellent typer. Fastest
Oh, Princess Bride. Yeah.
fingers in Milford. That was good.
Let me
She's
see.
across two screens as opposed to.
She didn't let me catch her typing.
No, you were an
Yeah,
excellent.
a little bit.
typist. Very good.
I cannot
Very
type
good.
very fast.
Yeah.
I'm like
Kind of an older version of
Have
them.
a great day. I was just so amazed to see and you didn't even have to look down. I'm doing this thing.
Yeah, definitely like an older version of them. Inconceivable.
You know, with the fingers.
do the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Nice job this morning. That was good. That was good. So, okay. That was good this morning. Very
Hi,
good.
good morning.
Hello, how you doing?
Or afternoon, I guess.
Have a good lunch. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm in your
Hey,
way.
John, how you doing? What's up?
No, no, you're fine. You guys made it down here.
We did at the
Yeah,
nice
and
bottom
we'll check
floor.
out that wall of heroes in a minute.
Oh, he's got a badge. That's pretty good. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Go ahead. No, you can get out of your way. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is Elizabeth. She's the town engineer. The Milford Town Hall. 1988, prior to renovation. That's very cool. Am I in your way? I'm sorry. You all right? Oh, yeah, the chair is stuck in there. The chair, yeah, there you go.
I don't think they
You got
normally
it?
they have the door closed.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said it was a private office though, so how is it open?
Hi, Larry.
Well, it's a department head.
Oh, you're on the phone.
You come in.
Larry's on the phone, so we're not going to go to Larry's office. He's on the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the door.
Yeah, she's on the phone. Larry's on the phone. Yeah, Larry's on the phone.
Okay.
You don't want to interrupt Larry. Celebrating. Oh, this is a cool sign.
You know, you've got a book for the town of Milford upstairs. It says 2021. Are you guys going to come out with a 2023?
Excuse me.
Oh, that actually is an annual report.
Yeah.
It goes calendar year. The one that comes out in May. Feel free to take one. Feel free to take one.
You having a good day?
You're free.
Good.
If you want one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you the health inspector? Excellent. So do you have to work with the fire department? Does the health inspector usually have to work with the fire department, or do you have like your own purview?
No, so we do work with the fire department as well.
Very cool. So then you're in charge of making sure buildings are up to code,
Well,
restaurants
I'm not
conserved.
actually in charge.
Okay. Just one of the
But,
ground guys.
Yeah, one of the guys.
Boots
that,
on the
you know,
ground.
Work with the people and work with the town.
Making sure people are
that
staying
everything-
healthy.
Everything is safe.
Excellent.
Housing, living is safe.
Yeah. It's a big job, good job.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Pretty
Thank you
good.
very much.
Love it.
Have a great day.
John Fernandez.
John, very nice.
What browser are you using? I use Brave. I don't have any issues with it.
To meet you, John.
No problem.
Did you serve in the military, John?
No,
No,
I didn't.
you have a kind of a military stance about
I
you.
do.
Very relaxed. No, you're not afraid of the camera, so we usually.
No.
It's very like welcome.
Oh, there's someone here. Oh, we'll let you help us.
Thank you,
You have a
guys.
good day.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I can't go.
No.
Did she write for you?
Yeah, she did.
She doesn't have much storage space in her office. Yeah, he looks nice.
Oh.
How you doing?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Thanks. Peekaboo.
Oh, it says come in.
We were in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, oh, he's fast. You're fast, man.
Oh,
You're-
I used to be, but not anymore.
What did you run track?
I used to be very fat, a long time ago.
All right.
Have a good one.
Fast. Yeah. Have a good one, man. No more locked doors.
Hey, Mr. Dick. Somebody sent a super chat. Please send it to you.
Yeah, I have no issues
that's
with
it.
Brave, and you can use most of the same Chrome type extensions on it. So I like it.
So they're pretty good except for
Yeah, we
veterans.
gotta check down the memorial.
Go ahead, go back downstairs. I'll be out front.
I love the YouTube extension or return YouTube dislike extension. So when you go to videos and stuff like that, you can actually see what the dislikes are.
Taking a few pictures.
Feel free to take one.
I'm good, thank you. I don't want to. I do like free. I want to go to Calzone Park. I'm gonna go there next. Oh, look at this. This is a nice picture. Police Sergeant Ernest Lombardi and custodian John O'Connor look on as town clerk Catherine Coyne serves lunch to a guest in the lockup. Oh, it's to a guest. That's what they called the prisoners as guests. To a guest. Just a guest. Just a guest.
The town clerk feeding the guest.
All right, guys, that's the town of Milford Town Hall. Catch you on the next one. That's the reason I stopped the other day.
Oh, I know DuckDuckGo had, their issues, but and I used that for a little bit, but it was clunky to me. It just wasn't as adaptable as Brave, and with Brave you can do a dark searches and stuff. So I likes it. Ah, fuck. Oh, here's a video.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It is Friday, February 17th. And finally, we're getting some politicians involved in what's going on in Ohio, as it seems, at least to me, the untrained plebeian, that there's a ton more going on around this train derailment. And we're going to get into that. Meanwhile, the same train company had another train also carrying hazardous materials derail in Michigan.
Yeah,
And
right
it's
by
to
my
me,
hometown.
sometimes you don't really know, like, is
It wasn't bad though.
this like a actual spike in events, or is this now suddenly more people are paying attention? I think sometimes it's a combination of both. Trains do derail more often than you think, but this many in such a short period of time, especially with what appears to be, many believe, a cover up in Ohio, um, it's got a lot of people talking. So JD Vance actually went to Ohio and put his boots on the ground. Footage of Senator JD Vance from Ohio, of course, sorry, went to the site, just footage of him disturbing a creek bed in East Palestine, Ohio, and causing chemical bubbles to
28
rise to the
days. Oh
surface
no.
garnered millions of views as the nation becomes increasingly concerned about the fallout from nearby Norfolk Southern trail derailment. Local and state authorities previously evacuated all residents within 1 mile of the derailment and started a controlled burn of the industrial chemicals present on the vehicle to
See,
decrease
so
the risk
he's
of
got one dislike.
any kind of explosion, which could have sent shrapnel throughout the small town. Now, of course, vinyl chloride, a carcinogen used to manufacture PVC, which is in everything, any plumbing or all sorts of stuff, was released from 5 train cars last week in the form of massive plumes of dark smoke visible throughout eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. In footage posted by Vance on Thursday afternoon, the newly elected lawmaker stood next to a small creek in East Palestine beyond the dead worms and dead fish he observed in the water. Vance used a stick to disturb the bottom of the creek. Moments later, an oily sheen of chemicals emerged to the surface of the water. This is disgusting, he commented. The fact that these chemicals are still seeping into the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. Now, I'm told, I thought I saw somewhere that FEMA basically noped out of this. I certainly hope that's not the case. But what's interesting is if you look at this video, like, it's so weird. Has anybody else noticed how weird this is? Where, like, we're being told one thing by the people that we're supposed to trust, right? The EPA comes in and says, hey, the water's fine, the air's fine, right?
Mhm.
Everything's fine. Okay, everything's fine. Go back to
Calm
your home, drink the
down.
water, take a shower, feed it to your kids, whatever. Put it in your ice cubes and have yourself a nice bourbon with that $1,000 hush money from the train company. Okay. And then you see somebody go on the ground, right? And let's just look at this video. It's 41 seconds long. I don't know how the audio.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run.
Well, actually, let's see if I can figure this out. Well, if the audio doesn't work, it's fine. We'll see the video.
And there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout.
So he says there's dead worms and dead fish. Okay, and look at this. Look at this.
You come here, and let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this in the camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting.
I mean, is there some natural explanation for this underneath the replies? I don't know. Like, I don't even understand it. You see a lot of the replies. Thanks for standing up for the people of Ohio, Senator. This saddens me. These tributaries
I'll
run
be
to
right back.
Ohio River that runs to the Mississippi River and ultimately the Gulf of Mexico, not regional for long. I don't see anybody in these replies saying, oh, that's that's a chemical stick brand tree, and that's why it does that. You see the flush/treatment/extraction seems to be far from over as they've decided to not even close the East Palestine City Park. During the process, little kids playing within 50 yards. That's not like just a little bit. Okay, so I just see what I see, right? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, right? So I see what I see, and all I see is what I see. It's so like when usually like let's remember like cryptosporidium. Remember that like everyone got sick from that. It happened where I lived in Milwaukee. It's not something you could like see in the water. They're like microbes, and it's made people sick. This stuff you can see plain as day. So for them to say, "Oh, this is fine," I want somebody, okay, from the EPA to go down there, take a cupful of that water, and drink it. You see this, Jennifer Allman. I've posted these videos for 3 days. You could have credited me. I don't know why you would get credit. It's his own original video. But you see this, like, look at the sheen in the water. These are from chemicals. Very obviously buildup of chemicals in the water. I mean, what is going? Why would you want credit for this? But you can see this is not like trace amounts. This is a lot of chem. Look at it on top of the water. It's like an oil spill. There's a little fishy in there just trying to hang on. I, and then when you bake in, obviously, this happened in Michigan, another train derailment. This train also carrying hazardous materials. Why they're all running? Uh, you know, Now allegedly, according to what Norfolk Southern again. By the way, these cowards didn't even have the stones to show up for the town hall in Ohio because they were afraid people might pummel them, rightfully so, in my opinion, in Minecraft. Okay, but again, authorities responding to a freight derailment Thursday in Southeast Michigan. The latest in this incident as communities in Arizona and Ohio grapple with the fallout from collisions involving hazardous materials. That's three in a couple of weeks. Emergency crews were on the scene in Van Buren Township about 30 Norfolk Southern. Railway cars went off the tracks Thursday morning. The derailment prompted temporary road closures, which were expected to reopen by this evening. The township is located 30 miles west of Detroit. There's no evidence of exposed hazardous materials, although at least one of the cars had them, as far as I read. Um, and there's also no reported injuries. Okay, so that's good. Trains derail like literally more often than you think, but three in a couple of weeks is obviously a pretty big increase to that. And then this is yet another train that's carrying hazardous materials. They say that no hazardous materials were released into the soil or waterways, but people are also telling, I'm not saying that I can't say definitively that that's not true, but what I can say is they said that the water was safe to drink. Maybe it is. I don't know like their reports and their what their reports all say, but when I'm just a simple man, okay? When I see somebody rub a stick.
A name? We started naming all of our cats and dogs that we've been acquiring since we got together after heathen gods. So some of them kind of out there, but and maybe from The Hangover, Carlos. I like that.
In a riverbed and see chemicals rise to the top, I'm very concerned. Now, if you're going to tell me that, oh, it's a harmless chemical that's carried by the water, I mean, the list of harmless chemicals to put into water supplies seems like it would be a pretty short one. It's insane to me that these are the people that we're supposed to trust, and it's like, how many weeks has this been now? Wasn't the original derailment like in the third or the sixth? This is weeks later, and the really scary part is, would anybody even be there if it weren't for you all out there? I mean, I have to tell you, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, this is, not good, but it's not really something I normally cover. I had so many of you literally begging me to cover it. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, like, you guys and gals were like, bro, please, nobody's covering this. And so people start finally covering it. And weeks later, I mean, yeah, I'm glad JD Vance is there, but it's been weeks. Why wasn't he there 10 days ago? And I think, you know, it speaks to just how much power these corporations have, that they can just spill all this stuff, make the decision to essentially nuke a town with chemicals, as one person put it, and everyone's just like, okay, I'm telling you, years from now, there will be all sorts of these, like, you'll see them on daytime television. Did you live in East Palestine or surrounding areas during 2013? Have you grown a third arm on the back of your head? Contact us now. Class action lawsuit, blah, 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 blah. That's what's going to happen, because we it's going to take years to really see the environmental impact of this. And it's I keep thinking of like the Simpsons fish with its three-eyed fish. And again, just like always, the cover up is just so much worse than the crime. I just, yes, accidents happen, okay? Transporting hazardous materials has its inherent risk. But why would you just risk why are they going around handing out allegedly $1,000 checks to tell people to, let them be? Why are they already boots on the ground doing that? They should be spending that money cleaning up the rivers and cleaning up the soil. And maybe they should have thought more about blowing these carts up and spreading the chemicals all over the place. Norfolk Southern, I guess the EPA has said that they will hold them accountable, but what about the people in these towns? Well, hopefully JD Vance gets on it and handles his business. If you're in this area, I absolutely feel for you. If you're a viewer and you want more coverage on this, please do leave a like on the video and make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you get notified each and every time I upload a video. And I hope you have a great day.
Okay, be on a second. No, I'm pretty high.
Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law Splaining the Interwebs. I
Loud.
am your host, Nick Ricada of Ricada Law.
It sounds like he's
Small
trashed
law firm in
already.
Central Minnesota. And today, free speech is under attack. It is under attack. My channel, my livelihood, my fish, my cats, it's all under attack. Everything is under attack. So anyway, yeah, we've got quite a doozy of a show tonight. We've got hey, what's up, Legal Vices? How you doing, Jeff? We're going to cover a lawsuit, probably the most important lawsuit in this or any generation tonight, which is my lawsuit. My lawsuit in which I am, what the fuck, all this shit that's open. How many windows do I have open? Oh my gosh. What's all this WTF Wednesday stuff? Okay. We're covering my lawsuit in which I am being sued by an idiot. I'm being sued by an idiot who either doesn't understand the law or does understand the law and is being a dishonest pile of garbage.
All right, we're going to come back to this. We'll do this.
Okay, TAV family. I'm coming to you live. Well, maybe not live, but I'll be posting this as soon as I'm done. from an undisclosed location because apparently, oh, here, hold on, let me show you. I'm at the cabin. I am, that's the wood stove. And this is my current situation. Had a delivery to make up here, so I'm not even in town. So, apparently, the VA hospital has pressed charges against me. Yeah. I got a phone call while driving up the road today from the Cecil County Sheriff's Department. Told me I had a warrant for my arrest. Yep. That the VA hospital has the sergeant of one of my videos, I'll link the video, charging me with disorderly and wiretapping. Yes, wiretapping and disorderly. I asked him what it was for. He said the VA hospital is charging me with wiretapping and disorderly, and I said, are these federal charges? And he said no, that they're state charges, and that apparently, I'm guessing the victim in all of this is this sergeant that he speaks of. And I asked him, well, how's that even possible? I said, shouldn't the charges be federal
Jurisdiction.
charges if this sergeant
Claim jurisdiction.
why
Yeah. Make them prove jurisdiction. Done.
didn't the sergeant, arrest me at the point of, this alleged wiretapping and disorderly? He couldn't answer that. He said he just wanted to make sure he was protecting my rights, that he knew I was a First Amendment auditor, and he knew that I had just been at Northeast Police Department and that I was at emissions and yada, yada, yada. And he made out that he was behind me, I guess. Like, it seemed like, he was like, I'm a vet too. I understand what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm protecting your rights. And I said to him, I said, well, if you were protecting my rights, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Right? I mean, it's just a guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, that's an ignorant statement.
Oh.
So I told him to mail me this warrant that he has, and get it in my hands.
Friends
so
in code.
I can give it to my lawyer, and my lawyer can take care of it. This is disconcerting, to say the least.
He talks pretty slow.
I don't know. A lot of questions, really. Like, I mean, the alleged victim even told me on camera that I was not breaking any laws. you watch the video for yourselves and let me know what you think. But I think I'm being forced to open civil litigation on the VA hospital, which is sad. It's very, very sad. I mean, if I hadn't had my camera recording that interaction, they definitely would have got away with not servicing me. Because who would believe me, right? Without the video. Who's going to believe me without the video? So I'm just trying to relax right now. It's very hard to do. I think I've had like 4, 5 cigarettes in one fucking evening already. Hey, what's up? Say hi, Zeb. All right. I am. I'm making a video right now of my day. So yeah, that's that. You know, I am a wanted man right now, apparently, and I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. So it's, I gave all the information to the lawyer, Lieutenant Mahan from the Cecil County Police Department or Sheriff's Department.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure you have a good
Still
reason.
unsure who is even like where these charges are coming from and who's charging me. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. So I can't hold it like that. My arm's getting tired. Hold this down here like this on my knee. So I need you guys to start sending me case law, and I know I'm asking a lot, but I don't think my criminal attorney is going to be enough. I don't know. So I think I need a lawyer that actually handles stuff like this, and I don't know of any. So yeah, I'm thinking.
I mean, this literally
I need to get some of those
make them
letters of
prove
intent to sue
jurisdiction first of all.
letters.
Those, yeah,
Handing them
start
out
working on
like
that shit.
candy. I'm guessing I need a bunch of them.
But if it's the county, they
I don't
the
know how
VA.
to go about suing the VA. And that the patient advocate guy, I think he's trying to work on things, but I never hear back from him 3 times now. So I don't know. And the funny thing is, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was up there at the VA hospital for one of my appointments, and I decided to go back down to the hospital and make another appointment for primary care to get a new doctor since the Dr. Sood wouldn't service me. Didn't know why I had to go down there myself, why they didn't contact me with a new doctor like they said they would do within 10 days. And the head doctor, I didn't get his name. The head doctor that oversees all the other doctors, pulled me into his office, sat me down, and he got me a new doctor, a doctor that I'd had before, never had any problems with. And we were talking about the interaction that apparently I'm getting charged with. And he even agreed that that never should have happened. Never should have happened. That she should have taken care of me. But she didn't. She called the police instead. And that's another thing that I'm confused about. I mean, it's federal police, so it should be federal charges, but apparently they're state charges. That's what I don't understand is how, how
No
can an outside
jurisdiction.
entity, take a complaint from somebody, federal police. How can they take a complaint from a federal police officer to charge me in the state? This seems completely illegal to me. Um, my it's hard to talk about this. My PTSD is kind of getting to me. Um, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't want to drag this out any longer than it has to be. But I am asking for help. I didn't think I'd ever get on here for that. I never thought that I would need help.
Is he getting comments?
But I need help. And this is insane. This is completely insane. I I have to sue the post office. I have to sue the Baltimore County Police Department. I have to sue all the people that were involved in that. Seven people, 8, 9 people, 7 cops and 2 postal employees. And now I don't even know who I have to sue. Like, is it Cecil County Sheriff's Department? Or, how how do you write charges up on somebody by only hearing half of the fucking story? Or what somebody just fucking can just say, "Hey, Sheriff's Department, I need to file charges on somebody," and they do it without even investigating it or calling me to find out what the hell happened? I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, here I am asking for help. And I'm sure the trolls are going to love this one. Oh, well. Maybe I'll get. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut these camp lights out, go candle power, and just relax and maybe try to get some sleep. I doubt I can sleep, but I'm going to try. I forgot my medication, so yeah. All right. Well, um, that's enough for now, I guess. But yeah, the battle has begun. The battle has begun, and I honestly feel like
Oh yeah.
this is war. Like, what the fuck? All right. TAV family, I love you, and I'm sorry that I'm asking for help. But yeah, if you guys can send me case law and what I need to start suing people. I think, and I don't know how to do that. I'm going to talk to the lawyer tomorrow, I think, and I don't know. I'm sure he'll know how to I'm sure he'll know how to do it. I mean, I just don't know if I need a specialized lawyer for this federal shit. And go from there. I love you all, and I'm still here.
They ain't got no
Still
jurisdiction.
here.
That's all there is to it.
That's a plus. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and good morning to those who watch me in the morning. Love you all. Thank you. See you soon. Love you. Bye.
68 Shots has got another video.
All right. Appear to have this thing working properly now. Hopefully it will work long enough to get this short video out. So yesterday I made a video calling out Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and her Attorney General Dana Nessel for being complicit with the local corruption for the very selfish purposes of things like getting the new mega site snuck in there in Marshall, Michigan, here in Calhoun County. But you know, what shocked me was that just not very long at all after I posted that video calling them out, I received a text from the Vine notification, the victim's notification that's from the special prosecutor's office. Mind you, I'm having to deal with the victims unit from the Eaton County prosecutor's office, even though I live here in Calhoun County, because the Calhoun County victims unit at the Calhoun County prosecutor's office refuses to speak with me or deal with me. So if everyone can keep that in mind at this level of government corruption. But then I immediately got this string of texts after making that video calling out the governor and the attorney general, letting me know that the court case, the court date upcoming for the prosecution against the deputy who assaulted me was canceled. Doesn't even say rescheduled, it just says canceled. And
I mean, the one in Toledo is not bad. I haven't had any issues. And actually, the PA that's assigned to me, he's very cool. But I hear about all kinds of crap from people at the Ann Arbor VA about how bad it is there. So.
And that's just, is that how it's going to go? Is that the way that things are going to be? You start turning in any corrupt officials, and all of a sudden it's going to be a never-ending domino effect of the connected and those in positions of power and authority turning against you. Mike on, good to see you. Patricia Mueller, good to see you. And I was just trying to check because I want to make sure the time on this. It says this text came in at 5:34 p.m. yesterday. I think I posted that video somewhere around like 3:30, something like that. You'd have to check me to make sure. I posted it live. And apparently an immediate response to that is court event for Craig Dingman and case number yada yada on 3/14/2023 was canceled. We will notify you again when it is rescheduled. For more info, call or visit. So the answer is when you start complaining about the level of injustice, they're going to make sure that you get even less. That's the tactic. That's their go-to. That's what they're trying to do. I don't think we need to put up with that here. I think we need genuine reform, people. Come to account. Don't back down to these scare tactics and these intimidation tactics. Short video. Sorry to anybody I didn't get to check in with on the previous.
That's sound is horrible. All right. Let's look at this.
I for what? What are you arresting me for?
Because here's the deal, okay? You didn't identify yourself.
Okay, I told you my name. I gave you my name, my first name, my last name, and my date of birth.
Failed to identify what state you're out of.
I
have
said,
no idea who you are.
I didn't understand your question. I said, what do you mean? I said, I work here. I work here. So obviously,
please put your hand behind your back.
Please
okay?
call a
You're
cop.
Turning,
call another cop right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't do anything. What are you doing? For what? I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look, don't come up on me. Don't come up on me.
Dead ass. She's a child.
Well, tell her to get back in the car. Stop.
Call a cop right now. Call a cop right now. Get your phone out. Get your phone out and record. Record it. Record everything.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
No, I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
No.
Ma'am.
You're trying to detain me for nothing. Get off of me.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I will not put my hands behind my back. No.
Put your hands behind your back.
No. Call.
Isn't that crazy? That disappeared.
Morning. Just to let you know before I start talk, I'm recording what is going on for your purposes.
Yes,
and my purposes.
We're doing exactly the same to open on this.
Right.
You go inside and have a chat, then, sir.
I'm not going inside. I'll stay here and talk to you guys.
Right.
Can I ask you first of all, what's your name and what station you dispatch from and why are you here?
I'm PC Edwards from Welling Police Station, Sussex Police. We're here with the TV licensing who are executing a warrant at your address, and we're here to assist them. If you want to come and speak to the TV license guy, he can explain a bit more. He's got some questions for you.
Right. I'd rather speak to him in the public here.
He also needs to test your television.
I do not consent for this man to go inside my property.
Right, because there's a warrant, okay, that gives them and us a power to enter the address.
Can I see the warrant?
Yeah, of course, it's got inside.
I am not going inside. I want to see the warrant here. Why are you saying keep on going inside? Mr. TV license man, can you just, for the record, can you just identify yourself? Tell me what company you're from and why are you here today? Can I see some ID, please?
Yes, there's a copy of your warrant, sir. It's for you. It's your copy.
That doesn't look like a warrant that's signed by a judge.
It is a warrant, sir.
PC, can I ask you a question, PC? The reason why you're here is...
I've explained to you why I'm here.
Yeah, just to make sure
This
that...
gentleman's going to show you the ID. Okay, and then he's going to
Yes,
ask
I
you
do
some
understand what you're
questions.
saying.
Okay.
So I take it
Do
as...
you want to take that in your hand, or do you want me to leave it in the address?
I take this as you're not here to take side with neither this gentleman nor not me.
I'm not taking sides.
So you are
I'm
here
to
to...
make sure the warrant is executed at the address. address and make sure everything is kept calm.
Right.
Okay.
Can I ask you, why is that warrant
Do you
come
want
and not
it?
in a envelope and
It's not in an envelope. We don't put them in envelopes. Now,
this is we, who we're referring to. This warrant supposed to come by a judge, seal. This doesn't look like a warrant.
It is a warrant. Trust me, I'm a police officer.
And this is a warrant that's signed by a judge.
Would you like it?
Can you just answer the question? Is this a warrant,
It is a warrant
that's signed by a judge?
I'll leave
By
it
a
aside
judge?
for you 'cause we're going around the side. It's signed by a justice of the peace.
Justice of the peace?
Yes, sir.
No, I need a warrant before you guys enter my property. You guys, I need a warrant from the judge.
We don't have any access, is that correct?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Without my consent, you guys cannot enter the property.
Hastings magistrate.
Just leave this
Okay.
gentleman. I'll put it through his letterbox after.
Does he want to answer your questions?
You don't want to answer any questions that I may have.
First of all, you haven't identified yourself to me. Can I see some ID? And I ask you, what company do you dispatch from to come here?
I work for TV licensing. Have you got your ID as well? We work for TV licensing. We work for Capita, and that's on behalf of the BBC for enforcement of TV licensing.
Right. So why do I need a TV license?
You need a TV license because you were seen to be operating a TV live when last we called.
Right.
You were watching a sports program at the time when our last.
On YouTube.
Oh, was it you?
Anyway, can I ask you, have I ever invited you inside my front room so me and you sit down and watch television together?
No, you haven't.
So how do you know I watch BBC and the rest of the station inside
We
it?
were taking it from the guy who called before who said you were watching a live TV.
And that is his word. Have I ever, this guy tell you that I invite him inside my house so me and him sit down and watch TV together? I'm just speaking with this gentleman, PC. Can you just wait? Yeah, you're here just to assist this man. I'm speaking to this man now. So you are here. So make sure this man don't breach the peace or me don't breach the peace. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
He said he saw the TV from the window.
He saw the TV from the window.
Yes,
From the window?
From the door.
Through that blind?
He said he saw the window through the door. Want me to read out what he said?
Yeah, go on.
Of course, yeah, it's no secret.
Yeah, of course.
And-
I'm going to put that on the table for you.
No, I'm not accepting no farmer documentation. I do not consent to that, PC. So just to let you know, I do not consent to it. So you can do what you like. This gentleman over here, can I ask you why are you here and why are you standing in my property without my consent?
Here to serve a search warrant on your premises.
Can I see some farmer identification? I didn't see that. For the record, can I just see that name?
You don't need to video my ID card. I've
Well,
shown it.
you're on my property, so I'm going to ask you nicely if you could stand up out here. Fair enough. Thank you very much.
So look, I'll tell you what was actually said. All right? Okay, I can read it for you here. You did say at the time, you don't want your contract, I'm not interested. Our officer replied, sorry, sir, but if you wish to use a TV set for live programs by law, you need a TV license. The mail replied, what law? I replied, the Communications Act 2003. The mail replied, this act is not a law. Do you stand by what you said there?
Yes, I would like you guys to take me to court and prove to the judge that I watch TV inside my house because I never invite none of you guys inside my front room. So therefore, if you can prove to me today, show me some kind of evidence that I watch TV inside my house, please do so.
Okay, well, we can't provide.
You can't provide that. So why are you here then? So you are here under some false claims.
Purely from what our officer actually said at the time.
So that's the evidence. What his word is the evidence.
We have taken his word because he's an experienced officer.
Okay, I understand. You guys need to prove that to the judge.
All right.
So
okay.
yeah. So
All
take
right.
me to court.
All right. Thank you very much.
You guys have a nice day.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll withdraw this. No, that is it because you won't be answering any more questions if I have.
I will not. Take me to court and prove to the judge that I watch television in there. It's that simple. If you guys can do so, then that's fair. So you guys have a nice day and please don't come back and harass me, okay? All right, sir. All right, have a nice day, PC. Thank you very much. All right.
He handled them well. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Always been a train wreck, but now have his decisions literally caused one? Hello there, you 6 million awakening wonders. Thanks for joining me on this voyage towards truth and freedom, where we question mainstream narratives, where we present you with alternative facts, where we engage in a discourse with you as equals on a journey together to discover truth. Could this Ohio train wreck be another opportunity for us to demonstrate how ineptitude, profiteering, broken promises by the Biden administration have led to more suffering and an environmental disaster that some are saying is the next Chernobyl? Let's have a look at how the mainstream media are conveying this.
Tonight, outrage growing, less than 2 weeks after that massive train derailment and the controlled burn of hazardous chemicals sent up a toxic plume of black smoke in East Palestine, Ohio.
2 weeks? Do you think they kept it out of the news in some sort of way? Has there been anything weird floating around distracting us?
Residents demanding answers, complaining of burning eyes, nausea, headaches, and a pungent odor, and reporting dead animals. Officials confirming 3,500 fish killed by the chemicals. State officials now suggest drinking bottled water after telling evacuated residents it was safe to return home.
It's safe to return home. Don't drink the water and don't look at those fish.
Crews now work to remove soil and wreckage possibly contaminated by chemicals like vinyl chloride, suspected of causing cancer.
So it's not all bad news.
Again today, officials saying constant tests and monitoring of the air and water show the environment is safe.
I don't feel totally reassured, do you? Don't know whether it's the cancer or the dead fish, but something tells me this water isn't A-okay. Oh, it tastes a bit dead fishy and cancery. Shut up, you conspiracy theorists. Local community members and activists across the country have sounded the alarms regarding the impacts the incident could have on public health and environment. Many have pointed to reports of animals dying en masse as evidence. I don't know, maybe these animals all just decided to take their own lives because of Putin. Yet, despite the public outcry over the environmental and public health catastrophe, the action
That was a good video.
reflect an attitude of concealment. That doesn't seem like state authorities. Many concerns of East Palestine residents, as well as those of the rest of the nation, stem from the fact that the derailed train had 20 cars carrying hazardous materials. Oh, you think because there's 20 carriages of hazardous materials that could cause an environmental disaster and carcinogenic materials and 3,500 dead fish in the water? Those carriages full of carcinogenic materials were a present for your birthday, and you've spoiled it. You're just like your father, who actually seems a bit unwell at the moment. Don't know what's causing it. The government seems to have outsourced the response and clean-up to Norfolk Southern, the company responsible for the disaster. Okay, we're going to need somebody reliable to clean up the consequences of this disaster. I got an idea, sir. Go on. How about the very people that caused the disaster? What a ridiculous idea. That would be like entrusting the response to the pandemic to the very people who caused the pandemic. And there's no way that happened. Whose policy is frustrated and confused locals. I'm feeling frustrated and confused and nauseous. Those are actually some of the symptoms. How are your eyes? Itchy. Okay, get this guy to the hospital. End of interview. Cut. That includes the company's decision to do a controlled burning. Controlled burning? That's what I found when I was about 14. So, should we just set fire to it and see what happens? No. This is not good that we have spilled all these chemicals onto this beautiful country and into these rivers. Watch how we do. I don't know. What if we set fire to it? It's making it worse. Controlled burning to release the chemicals leaves a black plume of smoke. Yeah, that is what happens. Continuously belching carcinogens into the air, whose effects one hazardous materials expert warned may take years or even decades to be felt. That's weird, isn't it? You can do something now, it could be like 10 years till you know the consequences. Can't think of any other news stories like that. 5 of the derailed cars contained vinyl chloride, a carcinogen linked to various forms of cancer. There's a lot of what ifs. Yeah, I feel that. What if this causes cancer? What if this is the result of ineptitude? What if we paid rail workers more? What if we replaced antiquated machinery? What if, instead of saying we care about the environment when you don't have to do anything except stuff that benefits corporations, when there's an actual environmental disaster caused by corporations, you do something about it? No. There's a lot of what ifs, and we're going to be looking at this thing 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. Silverado Caggiano, a hazardous materialist specialist, told News Nation. The same expert criticised as backwards the decision to encourage people to return to their homes after a limited evacuation of 1,500 to 2,000 local residents. That's going to be one of those stories that goes on for a while. People are going to be saying, like, they told us to go back to our homes. Now this person's got cancer. Watch out for this one. Not only did the Environmental Protection Agency later reveal that the train was transporting additional chemicals no one knew about that may have been released in the derailment, but those who returned soon found themselves walking into what looks, feels, smells, and tastes like a contaminated zone. Just because something looks, feels, smells, and tastes like a contaminated zone doesn't mean it's a contaminated zone. Who are you going to trust? Your own 5 senses or the government and corporations? That's all of the senses, other than sound. And 6th sense, I see dead fishes. Following the February 3rd train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, users on social media began sharing photos of an ominous black cloud hanging over the town, and fears that the disaster would become the new Chernobyl, which resulted in the spread of radioactive contaminants in Ukraine and across Europe. The Chernobyl incident occurred after a series of safety measures during a nuclear reactor test were ignored, resulting in a huge explosion and fire that spread large amounts of radioactive chemicals. But what is the connection between safety measures and ignored safety measures in these two cases? And why has Joe Biden directly contributed to this problem through decisions made and promises broken? For unionized rail workers, the train derailment exposes systemic failures in a railroad system that's driven by profit, not safety. Have you seen that anywhere else, like the pharmaceutical industry, like current wars? Railroad Workers United writes, in the last 10 years, the Class 1 carriers, rail companies with the highest revenues, have dramatically increased both the length and tonnage of the average train while cutting back on maintenance and inspection, and we have a time bomb ticking. Just because we're cutting back on maintenance and inspection while simultaneously increasing the length and tonnage of trains, that's not a disaster waiting to happen. Let's make them bigger and heavier and stop checking them. Media sites sets a dangerous precedent. Have you ever wondered how free to access tech giants make their money? Have you wondered? Well, Trump's presidency, Norfolk Southern lobbyists successfully rescinded regulations aimed at improving railroad safety regulations. Specifically, the company successfully beat back measures that would require train cars carrying hazardous, flammable materials to be equipped with electronic brakes, which can stop trains more effectively than conventional brakes, claiming that safety regulations would impose tremendous costs without providing offsetting safety benefits. Yeah, who needs trains to be able to stop suddenly, preventing 20 carriages full of chemicals spilling onto Ohio and disrupting the environment for 10, 20 years into the future? What a waste of money. But I bet when Biden came in, he did something to remedy that. The Biden administration has not moved to reinstate the brake rule or expand the kinds of trains subjected to tougher safety regulations. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg has now resorted to falsely suggesting that he does not have the power to compel the rail industry to upgrade its safety equipment and procedures. Are you getting a bit tired of government officials saying, like, oh, big pharma, we can't do anything about it. Oh, trains, we can't do anything about it. What are you then? What is it that you are doing? Buttigieg indicated that he cannot reinstate the law requiring some trains carrying hazardous materials to replace their Civil War era braking systems with new electronically controlled pneumatic ECP brake technology. You can't have Civil War technology transporting ultra hazardous chemicals. That don't even sound right, does it? You wouldn't send Civil War soldiers to fight in Ukraine, although maybe Biden will. In order to give more aid to Ukraine, we're sending General Custer and a bunch of those other guys in wacky grey uniforms over there to Ukraine. But it's still not a war. We're constrained by law on some areas of rail regulation, like the braking rule withdrawn by the Trump administration in 2018 because of a law passed by Congress in 2015, Buttigieg wrote. They're always doing that. Have you noticed that? They always just blame the other party. What's the goal of government? What's the aim of government? Isn't it to meaningfully provide municipal facilities that are a reflection of the requirements of the nation and states that you're elected to serve? Or is it to serve the interests of giant corporations and then just blame each other for why ordinary people and indeed Ohio are suffering? Let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments. But rail law and regulatory experts interviewed by The Lever agreed that Buttigieg's transportation department can and should redo that analysis to allow for a reinstatement of the braking rule, saying that nothing prevents Buttigieg from using his existing rulemaking authority to expand the definition of a high hazard flammable train to cover trains like the one in Ohio. So he could do it, but he's simply not doing it. As usual, what you get is blame, service of corporate interests above the interests of ordinary people, and lying. I bet Norfolk Southern probably can't even afford to replace those brakes. They're probably just struggling to get by, doing their best with a tiny little railroad interest that's barely making ends meet. Norfolk Southern made a record of over $12 billion in revenue last year and recently announced a $10 million stock buyback program. Oh, great. So they're making huge profits and they're using those profits to do things to manipulate their own stock prices instead of doing things like putting brakes on your trains instead of ones that were there when Abraham Lincoln was president. Last year, railroad workers in the United States were on the cusp of a strike. Workers were demanding more sick leave to combat the effects of precision scheduled railroading, a corporate scheme to cut costs by demanding more work from fewer workers. Precision scheduled railroading, that's what they called it. What is that really? Well, it's brilliant, really. We're going to precisely sack everybody and then schedule that they work more. Oh, you're a genius. Infamously, the US President Joe Biden and the US Congress blocked rail workers' right to strike by rapidly passing legislation that forced workers to accept an agreement without sick days. Biden campaigned as the most pro-worker president in history. He was always saying stuff like that. When it comes to the crunch, though, they will always put ordinary Americans' interests behind corporate interests, whether that's supporting their right to be paid properly and work reasonable hours, or whether it's when there's an environmental disaster.
With a fall.
Time they spend talking about whether or not they they care about the environment. When it comes to the crunch, though, they don't care about the environment at all. As part of his 2020 presidential campaign, Biden pledged that he would ensure all workers have at least 7 paid sick days. Well, they're going to need them. The US Senate voted to deny 125,000 rail workers a handful of paid sick days that would have cost the equivalent of just 4 days of recent profits made by senators' railroad industry donors. Another easy way to measure where power lies and what direction the system is heading in. While opposing a plan that would have required them to spend $321 million to give workers 7 paid sick days, the main railroad companies raked in more than $7 billion in profits and paid out over $1.8 billion in dividends in a year where they and their lobbying groups have spent more than $13 million lobbying Congress. Railroad Workers United argues that precision scheduled railroading and the overworking layoffs and lack of safety measures that unionized workers were fighting for last year were a primary reason for the derailment. More Perfect Union has pointed out that rail companies have cut 22% of railroad jobs since 2017. Unionized workers were planning to use their right to strike to combat this trend in 2022. Instead, they were forced back to work on penalty of arrest. So that's what supporting workers looks like to Joe Biden. And these are the consequences of cost cutting and creating profit and opportunity for dividends instead of basic duty. This is not impacting free market economics. What this is doing is creating environmental disasters and denying ordinary Americans the right to a living wage and reasonable holidays. We are now seeing the consequences of a hypocritical government that uses rhetoric when necessary, whether it's we love the environment or we'll protect ordinary Americans. When it comes to the crunch, what do? Judge them by their actions. Stay awake. Don't get all caught up in the we're doing this and this is the best ever presidency for this and we've achieved this and that. Empty rhetoric. No difference.
I doubt it.
No change. No concern for ordinary Americans. No concern for the planet. Where's the concern for the planet right now? Why are they hushing it up? Why is this story not
I doubt it. I think it's more deep state than workers.
being covered accurately in mainstream media? Why is
And, not all of them are leaks. I mean, the one in Michigan really just was, those types of derailments happen all the fucking time. The thing is, why do they happen all the fucking time? And why are we still sending money to Eastern Europe when we could be correcting these issues?
the sky full of irrelevant balloons and hot air when people should be talking about corruption, hypocrisy, pollution, and ineptitude at ground level? The move was the latest and possibly starkest example of the chasm between Biden's pro-worker rhetoric during his campaign and presidency and the numerous pro-corporate actions he has taken in the White House. So there you have it. Joe Biden's presidency sleeps with the fishes. 3,500 dead fish, one incumbent liar and hypocrite who claims to care about the environment, who claims to care about workers, except for when it actually matters. But that's just what I think. Why don't you tell me what you think in the comments in the chat? If you enjoyed this video, stay with us and watch these. Remember, turn on the notification bell and subscribe. The algorithm is part of the system. We make great content every single day and we want you to see it all. More important than any of that, though, is that you please, if you can, stay free.
Yeah, this is an example right here.
And to deliver much needed humanitarian assistance as well as food, water, medicine, shelter, and other aid to Ukrainians displaced by Russia's war, and provide aid for those seeking refuge in other countries from Ukraine. It's also going to help schools and hospitals open. It's going to allow pensions and social support to be paid to the Ukrainian people so they have something in their pocket. It's also going to provide critical resources to address food shortages around the globe and to deliver much needed humanitarian.
But nothing for no federal response for East Palestine. This was 2 hours ago.
Welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, there's a reason we call them media bots, media goons, because that's exactly what they all are. All of these journalism students working in the corporate media world are nothing but corporate media pawns, little corporate media foot soldiers who do the bidding of their corporate overlords and the shareholders, the media oligarchs who pay their salaries. The days of honest journalism are gone. Or I guess you could really question if there was ever really a time where honest journalism existed. My personal belief is that the only journalist that can be trusted is an independent source. That's why the idea of something like Substack or even YouTube for
Media bots, media pawns. Fox never has done that. Yeah.
instance, has been such an incredible innovation in the world of media. The idea of democratizing the process, democratizing the world of journalism, where people can build and establish their own personal brand. People who aren't beholden to corporate dollars. Their speech isn't controlled by Rupert Murdoch, Pfizer, or the Koch brothers. You know, individuals like Paul Joseph Watson, Mark Dice, Andrew from Don't Walk Run Productions, and many others. People whose integrity, their honesty isn't compromised and not in question. But of course, the same cannot be said for these mainstream media hacks who are constantly getting caught and exposed as nothing but corporate foot soldiers. Yet again, another example here, as a mainstream media journalist is caught on hot mic telling us exactly what her job is. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. You got to be careful, folks. You got to be careful. If you work in the corporate media, you honestly got to live the life of a gangster. Use prepaid phones, try to never really say anything related to business while on the phone or near any proximity microphone. You got to be really careful. The feds can be watching, the feds can be listening. In this case, the people can be listening. Take a look at this. Reporter caught on hot mic making embarrassing admission about DeSantis coverage. Let's play the clip of this hot mic moment. I'll try to enhance the audio a little bit because it's kind of hard to hear, but just take a look and try to listen really carefully. We'll read the transcript after anyways if you guys can't pick up exactly what's being said.
You're hired. You can do the next film on it.
Now, my job here is to ask the tough questions and make them uncomfortable, I guess.
Go for it.
I'm going to try. I'm trying to at least get one.
Make him uncomfortable.
So many tough questions. I'm run out of breath.
I have the three that I want to throw at him. I don't, you know, if they even give us time to ask questions.
There needs to be a time when you could actually
Just walk
you
up.
finish up, you stand, you gather it, and do it.
Yeah.
Now you're right. This is the time to post
Yeah.
conference question.
Well, my web manager was like, just run up to him when he gets off the stage and just yell questions at him. I'm like, whoa.
You know, I did that last year when he was leaving FOP.
Yeah, I'm like,
All right, I'll be right back. The dogs won't go outside.
he already doesn't like the media.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
There you go, a stunning admission. Here's the transcript. My job here is to ask tough questions and, quote, make him uncomfortable, I guess. I'm going to try to get at least one. And then later admitting that her boss essentially commands her to rush up to him when he gets off stage and yell questions at him. Of course, tough questions that are designed to make him feel uncomfortable. Is that really your job as a journalist? To just be an antagonist to any Republican in charge? Because of course, as we know, journalists are never doing this kind of thing, targeting Democrats now, are they? A journalist's job is to get to the truth, to ask coherent, fact-based questions that are neutral, that isolate the truth and nothing but the truth, getting to the facts. But as you can see here, this is nothing but political journalistic theater, where the corporate journalism overlords send their little peons, their little pawns, their little journalist, student, corporate foot soldiers to make Republicans feel uncomfortable, to yell loud questions at them, to promote false narratives. This journalist from the clip also mentioned at one point that Ron DeSantis doesn't really like the media. She says that it's her job to make him uncomfortable and to yell questions at him. And then she says, well, he doesn't like the media. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe it's you. Once again, leftoids ought to be asking themselves the question, are we the baddies? Yes, you are the baddies. All they do is push false narratives, ask gotcha questions or leading questions, usually promoting nonsense, salacious scandals, or leftoid conspiracy theories. And interestingly enough,
My little
that's
boy.
exactly what this journalist caught on hot mic.
This is the little boy here. You're just a little one, aren't you? Not even a year old yet. Ugh. Humongo. That's a big pussy.
Asking a question that promotes this absolutely garbage, bogus left-wing narrative. Florida book bans. Why are there empty shelves in Florida schools? People sharing these random photos of empty libraries, supposed empty libraries in Florida, as if all the books are gone because Ron DeSantis is on a book banning rampage. It's a totally false, manufactured, garbage Twitter narrative. And well, Ron DeSantis did what Ron DeSantis does best. He's a fake news fly swatter, and boy did he swat this one out of the air.
Here in Duval County, we have seen bookshelves in schools emptied in response to Florida's new guidelines on books. I'm wondering, is this what
Actually, you know, that video, that was a fake narrative. That was not true. And our press guys, where is Brian back there? He can get you the details on that. This is trying to create some narrative as if that they hadn't even put the books out yet to begin with. So there's no need for all of that stuff. What they're trying to do is they're trying to act like somehow, you know, we don't want books.
Fake news, BTF.
Dog.
Based Ron DeSantis does it again.
That dog.
And no wonder the mainstream media hates this.
He acts like a dog. What? I can't eat any jerky or anything. He's just sitting there underneath me. They don't even meow. They chirp. Maine Coons. But yeah, he's the same color as the beard. He does blend in.
facts guy. He is the fake news obliterator. No wonder they hate
Come
Ron
on,
DeSantis so
what?
much, as he's now hosting and promoting these truth events in Florida, absolutely demolishing the fake news media.
Seen over the last generation, corporate media outlets, legacy media outlets, increasingly divorce themselves from the truth and instead try to elevate preferred narratives and partisan activism over reporting the facts. When they depart from the truth, a lot of times the truth's on the cutting room floor, and the narratives that they're supporting and furthering actually damage a lot of people with lies. One thing, you say what you want and truth, and that's fine, and the truth isn't always comfortable. But when you're knowingly putting out false information, and indeed I'd say these companies are probably the leading purveyors of disinformation in our entire society right now.
The corporate media is probably the leading purveyors of disinformation in our society. Absolutely correct. And you don't need to take Ron DeSantis' word for it. Take these fake news journalists admitting the truth behind the scenes, caught on hot mic, essentially admitting that that's exactly what their job is. Their job is to promote a narrative, to do the bidding of a certain political establishment, rather than actually doing journalism. Actually, here's a great example from Crystal Ball, from Breaking Points with Crystal and Cigar, an actual honest left-wing journalist, essentially telling us how the sausage is made behind the scenes in the corporate media world. Here she is on the Joe Rogan podcast, spilling the beans, so to speak.
Now, ultimately, shortly before I was let go, I did a monologue when Hillary Clinton was building up to run for president. It was back in 2014, so this was early on. And I did this whole thing that was like, she sold out to Wall Street. People are going to hate this lady. She's like the terrible candidate for the moment. Please don't run. And I was allowed to say it, right? I delivered my thing. I did it exactly how I wanted to do it. Afterwards, I get pulled into an office and, great monologue, everything's fine. But next time you do any commentary on Hillary Clinton, it has to get approved by the president of the network. Yeah. And think about, I would love to say that I did further Hillary Clinton commentary. There's no doubt about it. But I would love to say that didn't affect me and I was just there to be a truth teller. But listen, I'm a human being. I'm sure I responded to the incentives of that system of like, I don't want to get in trouble with the boss.
For sure.
And that's the way that it works. People, that's a very blatant example, but oftentimes people know where the boundaries are. They know what they're allowed to say. And so they don't need that direct intervention of censorship. And also, by the way, these people, most of them in, cable news, they're not really there because they're talented. They're there because they're reliable purveyors of whatever it is that network wants to purvey. So that's ultimately why they get the job, and they understand the parameters of the task.
She did one segment about Hillary Clinton, and immediately the corporate overlords shut her down. How is the mainstream media ever to be trusted? There's years and years of dishonest precedents, lies, conspiracy theories, narratives, in many cases destructive narratives that have led to actual war, conflict, and mass casualties. I mean, we're not talking about little small potato stuff here. Some might even call it a societal disease. The only media that can be trusted is independent journalism, an open platform where journalism is democratized. At the end of the day, people talk a whole lot about a free press, talk about the evils of state propaganda and state-run media, but really corporate legacy media and corporate legacy journalism, state media, it's basically the same evil. State media is maybe a little bit further along on the evil spectrum, but at the end of the day, they're both evil. They both bring more harm to society than they do good, and I think there's enough historical evidence to support that claim. Here's more evidence that I know you guys would be interested in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we would love to have you here joining our community. Thanks for watching, friends, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.
All right, I don't have anything ready. Go back to.
I'm really frustrated. I guess I'll have to sue the U.S. government to make up for this. Because the U.S. government is the reason that I have this person in my life in the first place. As I have gone on to explain in the most serious way possible, it's a 100% true story that when you get to be a certain size as a creator, and it's like there's not like a definite number. It's like a feel, right? Because the U.S. government doesn't do things by numbers anyway.
I'm gonna send you guys over to
be a certain size as a creator. The Americans with Disabilities Act actually had a recent amendment where they haven't.
I'm gonna send you guys over to Midwest premiere at 5 o'clock. We'll stream up until then.
An enforcement arm of it. It used to be that you would sue under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Like you're in a wheelchair, wheel yourself up, and you want to go in, but there's like a lip that's this big to get into a store. And you're like, where's the ramp? Where is the ramp? I can't get in. I just want to go in and buy some Skittles and an Arizona iced tea or whatever. And I can't get in because there's no ramp. So then you're sitting there crippledly, like weakly trying to get in, and you just can't do it. So you would sue under the Americans with Disabilities Act. You know, if you win, the place has to put in a ramp, they have to pay you, they have to do this. No longer. This is 100% true. Now they have an enforcement division that goes out and actively seeks out ADA violations. And when you are when you're of a certain size on social media, obviously not of stature, right? That'd be crazy. But on social media, they assign you a retard. And look, it's not my choice of words. People get after me for this stuff. This is a legal term. This is a legal term used by the Americans with Disabilities Act enforcement arm. They say, all right, you're big enough, you get a retard. And sometimes they do it in like convention style, or like auction style, where all these social media creators are out there and they're like, you get a retard, and you get a retard, and this guy gets a retard. And they just handed them out. They just walk over, they're like drooling, they come on. No, this is not to be confused with like someone with a mental disability, or like a birth defect, or like Down syndrome, or a chromosomal disorder, or something like that. No, get that out of your mind. That's the old way of thinking. Frankly, it's very offensive. It is highly offensive that you would associate the mentally handicapped with the word retard. That is not at all what's going on here. We're talking about the new meta for retard. Government approved. And in my case, it's a person called Montague. I mean, this sounds ridiculous. I know, but I have to point out that this is a real thing that really happens, 100% true, and it's just new. That's why people are like, this is so crazy. Like, why would the government issue a retard to anybody? That's very strange. But they do. And social media is often strange and confusing. If you're on the outside looking in, it's like through a looking glass, and everybody's upside down and fat. Or sometimes they're skinny when they should be fat, and you're, this is weird. And that's just more of the same. We're in a new world, folks. A whole new world. So Montagraph is mine. And so now I know I have once I can resolve my own lawsuit, I have a claim against the U.S. government, because when they sign you up for this program, it's not like you don't sign up, right? This is the government. They sign you up. They send you the letter, and they're like, you're doing this. Here's yours. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But they're not supposed to go off the rails like this. They're not supposed to sue you. They're just supposed to be silly. They're supposed to be in the background. They're not supposed to be taking up time. I've got a damn job to do. It's a real job with a schedule, with plans. I can't be spending it talking about my retard running around. What are we doing here? What a waste of resources. What a waste of energy and effort this has become. But it is time to go through it. I mean, it's happening. So we gotta go through it. All right. So I'm very sorry to do this to you guys. I know the last thing you want to do is hear about me. You're me bitching about my problems and issues all the time. But you don't want to deal with that. But unfortunately, you got to in this case. So what we're gonna do is go through this lawsuit from start to now. I mean, it's not finished. Hopefully it will be soon. But we're going to go through it start to now. All of these documents are public. What I'm going to do is summarize the very first part of this lawsuit, because it has become irrelevant at this point. But I'm going to summarize the irrelevant events that
Thanks for the sub, Fallen Slaves.
have brought us to the filing of the amended complaint, and then my lawyer's response to that amended complaint. All right. We're only going to look at one document from the summary, because it's the first document. Do we even need to? We don't even really need to. I'm going to gloss past it, because all of that stuff does get incorporated into the amended complaint. Okay, so we won't do any documents from the summary. What happened, I'm going to tell you the timeline of what happened. We'll say that. I'm going to tell you the timeline of what happened and summarize those events, and then we're going to read the documents. And if you've been following along, you may know what these events are already, because I've bitched about it some. So some of this may be reviewed for some of you, but it'll be a nice way to go kind of get back into it. All right. Before we get started, there's a bunch of members and a super chat in here that I want to read. Tara Rayner says, hiya, your favorite Canadian. Just came across a video the other day from Andy Signor, and it turns out you are featured in a Depp documentary from France. You, Tug, Andy, and most of the male tubers are infected with misogynism. I know. It's a special thing in the world to have this much misogyny boiling inside, that the nation of France,
Minnesota,
has to come out and tell the world about it. But there's that. Okay, we've got some new members. Richard Winter, welcome to Paralegal Status. Same with Lacey, thank you. Lisa Compton, welcome to Paralegal Status as well. JD, thank you for 10 months at Paralegal. And Brad Best, welcome to Lawyer Status. So thank you for all of those memberships here on YouTube. I do want to remind people that I have a locals page, ricadalaw.locals.com. If you want to follow along and interact with me as a creator in a completely different and more casual way, especially off stream and stuff like that, I have a locals page where I do a live chat. I do exclusive locals videos, typically every every night after one of these videos, we'll do a local stream as well for 30 to 60 minutes of additional content. On occasion, they've been a little few and far between lately, but we'll be getting back into them more soon. There are cooking streams that I do where it's just me cooking and chatting, and like I tell you how I cook the thing I'm making. But all that happens on mercatolaw.locals.com. If you're on the YouTube page, the chat has pinned links to all of my links. It's pinned. It's a comment by my mod Kalea the Vampire. And then if you're on Rumble, you can do the join button right there on Rumble to join up on Locals. So there is that. But yeah, so that all exists if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's probably a better thing. I usually mute or just close my cam window on the StreamYard when I walk away. I know the dogs and everything. Body doubles, yeah, it would be nice.
And finally, as a last couple like housekeeping things, I will be back on the Murdaugh trial tomorrow, and I believe Monday and Tuesday. I'll be doing those. I don't think I'm able to on Wednesday of next week, but tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, I'll be back on the Murdaugh trial. I know there's a bunch I got to get caught up on, so that'll be fun. And then I guess a huge important thing to mention is the Las Vegas show, live show in Las Vegas, the 26th of February. So just coming up a week from Sunday will be the live show. There's still tickets left. We've sold 151 or something tickets. I don't know. Did I put that link? I might not have put that link in the description today. I did not. Let me put the link in the description. Feb 6th.
Fucking dogs.
There still are some tickets if you're able to get out to Las Vegas and you want to come hang out with people, meet people, have a good time, meet me. We'll do a live sort of panel comedy show, similar to like a live stream that we would do, but there's some other people are going to be there. Dick Masterson, Camelot. Dick Masterson was on last night. Camelot will be on tomorrow. Lead attorney, he'll be on tomorrow as well. We've got Danny on Direct is going to be there. Andrew Branca, Steve Gosney. So a lot of people you see on the channel will actually be there. You'll be able to meet them, say hi, shake their hands, call them gay or whatever you want to do. Don't do that. That was a joke. And then and we'll have just a fun night in Vegas with some drinks at the Ahern Hotel. So you can join that. I'm putting the link in the description on both YouTube and Rumble right now. While I'm thinking about it, I should have done that beforehand. My apologies for being frazzled. I made this link today while I was actually recording a show with PKA. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the PKA podcast, but it's some good dudes sitting around talking, just having a good old conversation. Nothing majorly of no major important topics, just having a good time. One of them is a YouTuber I used to watch a long time ago. His name is Kyle, but his YouTube name was FPS Russia. He used to do gun reviews with a Russian accent and was immensely popular. And then some shit went down, we'll say. So that will be uploaded, I think Tuesday or Wednesday or something. But yeah, so that was fun. Okay, I think I've got everything. Amazing Wireless 2 says, I'm having deja vu. I think I heard the show the other day. You may have heard a preview of it on my local stream, but we're going to actually go through the documents themselves. And so I'm pulling up this first document, and then I'll do the intro here. Complaint. Answer. Okay. Right,
Yeah, it's on 1.5.
What?
This is an hour and a half. We're not going to watch it all.
Are we having trouble?
Yeah, he talks real fast. Yeah, 1.5 especially. I mean, normally he talks kind of fast, so. Let's see. Well, in 15 minutes we have this coming up. 16 minutes. This is abilities. Giving SJVT his Christmas gift. So that's what's going to premiere after I cut it off. So if you want to watch that, let's see if Little Headline's got something else for our last 15 minutes here or so. Yeah. 1.75. Yeah, because he's normally talks at 1.25. Ain't shit right now. Brooklyn Audit said he's, even though it's raining and cold, he was going to come live pretty soon, but that was over an hour ago. Where's my girl, Brittany Venti? What's she have? Does she have anything? 15 minutes long. These are all old. Yeah. Sounds like the wife's home. Yep. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to kill it now then. These dogs are going to lose their minds. I'll see you guys back. Just go to the link there. I'll see you guys over there for his premiere. Peace.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future. We all start losers. We're all late bloomers. Gotta start through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.